All right, court is calling 2022 CR 8673, State of Texas versus Mariah Lopez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Kelly Piddle.
Are you Ms. Lopez? I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Mariah Lopez who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 8673 for the offense of injury to the elderly bodily injury on March 20th, 2023 for a term of 6 years? Is that you? All right, you're going to need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Mariah Lopez, the defendant there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of May and June 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
All right,
I
state.
waive the remaining violated conditions, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 5 years in prison? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will, I'm sorry, violation of condition number 4.
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. And it is to deny the motion to revoke community supervision, alter and amend for report weekly until dual diagnosis, outpatient treatment with ECC SCD, TAP evaluation is completed, monthly year analysis, and documented sober support meetings as directed by the court. And we are also in agreement to keep in custody until the TAP evaluation is completed.
That's understanding, Judge.
All right, Ms. Lopez, I have a few questions for you. Could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you're going to need to
Yes,
speak.
ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Mariah Lopez.
All right. So what's your support system? Do you have people who are supporting you? I'm sorry?
I don't.
All right. Do you live with anyone? Do you live by yourself?
I live with family.
I'm sorry?
With family. I live with family.
All right. Who's the family members you're living with?
It's one of my cousins.
All right. Is there a reason why you didn't report?
I did a call and it just didn't show up.
I'm sorry.
I when I got out of custody.
Okay, just 1 second. Excuse me, sir. You're gonna have to whisper. We're on the record. Yes.
I called, but I didn't physically go down.
Okay, why not?
She got released on a weekend, Judge, and then she called a few days later, and they told her that she was reporting late and she did not go down there. She got scared. So
But
we discussed what her expectations are in regards to probation and showing up.
so you are saying you were released. When were you released from jail?
I think it was June. End of May.
All right, so I have her being as placed on probation March 20th, 2023. And then that means that you must have reported in April because I don't have a violation for April. Has she ever reported?
Your Honor, she reported to initial intake in March.
Okay. And then,
I was in custody until the end of May.
For what?
I wasn't released.
okay, so this isn't making sense to me. So if she was released at the end of May and she was placed on probation in March, so you're telling me you were in jail all of April? Could somebody explain this to me? I know she had the MIC evaluation in custody, but I don't think the MIC evaluation would take all of April.
It looks like there was a warrant issued on July the 26th of 2023. And she was remanded without bond on July.
Okay, so that's July. So it doesn't explain to me the month of April.
It
Yes,
says she was granted probation on May 5th.
On May 5th it was, and then she was released from jail in May. And then there was a violation report. And then even MTR filed on July the 26th. That's when the warrant went.
all right, well, what I will tell everybody, unless this motion to revoke is incorrect, because it has her being placed on probation March 20th, 2023. That's what's stamped.
Correct.
So we have an entire month of April. And I don't see any violation in the motion to revoke saying she didn't report for April. So either she was in jail all of April or either she reported in April. Bashan, you had something you wanted to add?
Her tax evaluation. It appears her tax evaluation was done April the 6th. April the 6th.
Mhm.
She was still in custody. And
Judge, on our JD system, which is same as y'all's system, most likely, said probation was granted on March 20th, but then later on, it does say that it was granted on May 5th, and then released on May 6th.
That is very odd because that's not what I ordered.
Oh, Judge,
It
it's
says
a
keep
problem.
in custody for the NIC evaluation. That's what it does say also on our
Yeah.
system.
No, I understand the MIC, but if somebody's telling me MIC took the entire month of April, then I'll understand.
um. You have a supplemental report in your file. I'm trying to get my print.
Yes, I do.
So that supplemental report kind of gives you a little bit more information.
Ah, okay. So it was the dual diagnosis.
So Judge, you know, when.
And
the
we're off the
tax-
record. I know you're doing a lot. Are you saying thank you now? We're off the record. Yes.
You know, Your Honor, when the TAP recommends for them to move further along with the MIC evaluation, sometimes it takes a little longer for Center for Healthcare Services to be, for them to see the Center for Healthcare Services. So that is probably what happened. Now, the last thing on our court summary that has listed was that she only reported to initial intake. So she really didn't have like an office visit with her officer because after she was released is when we lost contact.
All right. So here's my other question, because I'm reading the supplemental report. And I know she was evaluated for dual diagnosis inpatient facility, the residential.
Yes, Judge.
So does that mean that she's already been evaluated for the dual diagnosis outpatient treatment? Because I would think that the report would say she doesn't qualify for this, but she qualifies for the outpatient treatment. That way it won't take long and the TAP won't take long.
So Judge. Based on the screening from Tacoma and the Center for Healthcare Services, she does not meet the criteria for DDRF or MIC.
Okay. So then she's,
She does qualify for the outpatient, the dual diagnosis outpatient.
okay. So we don't have to keep her in there to have her evaluated for that. They say she already qualifies. So,
Do we have to do it all, a new TAP altogether?
well, we're going to find out right now. So there's no need for a new TAP.
Okay.
See what happens when questions are asked? I have questions. All right. So we're back on the record. Now, the cousins that you're living with, how many people are in that household?
Just me.
But you said you were living with your cousin.
Well, he lives there, but he doesn't he's in and out. Which is
All right.
so I'm kind of like alone a little bit at times.
What did she say?
I'm like alone sometimes, like most of the time, because he lives there, but he doesn't stay that much, like he doesn't stay there a lot.
So the only people who live in that home are your male cousin and yourself.
Yes, and a dog, that's all.
Okay. All right, any other questions?
No, Judge.
Any questions?
Say, yeah.
Probation?
Judge, I would like to get an updated address. Tried to do the field visit and the address I was provided was not good. I would, if we're going to go with the dual diagnosis outpatient program, I would also ask for monthly UAs and documented silver support. Her original conditions indicate you want her to, ensure that her mental health was under control.
Mhm.
So I would like to have more information as far as what she's doing to, as far as treatment.
All right. Have you seen a doctor about your mental health issues?
Just in Bear County.
Just at the jail? All right, we'll have to do a referral then for Center for Healthcare Services. All right, this is what the court is going to do. I'll deny the motion, alternate amend conditions. You're to provide a address to probation today. Do you know what the address is? All right, you're going to give that to them today. They're going to do a field visit. If it turns out that that's an abandoned house or nobody's staying there, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. Do you understand? Going to recommend dual diagnosis outpatient treatment. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. There's going to be a referral to Center for Healthcare Service. We'll do regular random UAs and field visits one time per month until further notice, and no unsupervised contact with minors. Is there anything else that she needs probation?
Your Honor, all other conditions of probation applies still, correct?
Yes.
Nothing else.
All right. Anything else the state is requesting? Defense, anything else you're requesting?
No, you're.
Ms. Lopez, is there anything you need from the court to be successful? All right. So I want to stress to you, this is the point. You have to report to probation. If you don't report to probation, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. You now know where the 187 District Court is, right? If there is an issue where you can't get in touch with probation, you can come to court or call Mr. Piddle and you can come to court. Otherwise, if you are unsuccessful, you're looking at potentially 5 years in prison. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So this is what's happening. Your attorney is actually on vacation.
Oh my God.
Yes. Well, he will be back on Monday.
Uh-huh.
So there are one or two options you have. Nothing can happen with your case without your attorney being present. So we can bring you back and we'll bring you back on Monday.
Okay,
All right. And I believe the gentleman here, is that your relative?
that's my dad
All right. So he's been.
with the scarf.
Yes, so he's been waiting a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna bring you back on the 8th and we'll let your father know that that's when you're coming back as well,
At what time?
at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.?
Yes, so
Okay.
it'll be on Monday.
Okay, this Monday.
Yes, this
Oh,
Monday.
okay.
So Saturday, you'll have Friday
Yeah.
night, then Saturday, Sunday, then Monday, we'll bring you back.
Okay.
All right, you have any questions about anything?
No.
All right, your attorney is Mr. Jerry Valdez.
Yes.
So he'll be here, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for your
And-
patience.
And your name?
Stephanie Boyd,
Stephanie? Okay. All right. Thank you.
you're welcome. Sir? You can come forward.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We will bring her back on Monday. I know you've been here all day. All right, if you want to, you can appear by Zoom if you want to, or if you want to come back down, you can come back down. All right, we'll see you then. All right, you too. Thank you so much for your patience. For the state,
Oh, Hank Wilkins would say, sorry, Judge.
that's okay. For the defense,
Sergio Ibarra for Ms. Rodriguez.
and are you Starling Rodriguez?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Starling C. Rodriguez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 7826B for the offense of burglary of a building with intent to commit theft on February 21st, 2023 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
On or about the 8th day of November, 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Starlin C. Rodriguez committed the offense of failure to identify in violation of condition number 1.
All right, just 1 moment. Let me see if I have that. Is that in a supplement?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry about that. It's in the state's supplemental motion.
All right, did you review the document entitled State's Motion to Supplement Pending Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Probation with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then to the allegation read by the state, how do you plead, true or not true?
True, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, we waived the other violations alleged in the motion and the supplement.
Any objection?
No objections. Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. We're asking that you deny the motion and continue the defendant on deferred adjudication and follow the recommendation of probation, which is to alter and amend for a 30-day jail sanction. The defendant is to find and verify employment within 90 days and residency within 90 days, bi-weekly reporting to probation and drug testing for the next 90 days, and then random drug testing thereafter with zero tolerance supervision regarding reporting to probation.
So is this the agreement? Is this what you're asking the court to follow?
We are, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
All right, what has she done?
As far as on probation,
Yes.
I think she's paid some of her fees, but I don't think, I think short of that, she's still behind on that and as well as community service. Have you taken your taxes yet?
Not yet. I was just starting to.
Oh, just 1 second. So if you're going to talk, you need to speak up because the court reporter has to take down what's being said.
Okay.
So just give me a moment. So defense, has she done anything?
Short of that, Judge, she has not completed her classes. I know that when this had occurred, I think she'd been on probation for something like 8 months, if memory serves correctly, on that, and maybe it was 6 months.
So I had did
No. So here's the thing. If you want to speak, you'll have to be sworn in. So he's going to speak. And then if he wants you to answer questions, then he'll let me know he wants you to answer questions. We'll swear you in and it's one at a time.
Short of that, Judge, she did check in for a period of time. What ended up happening with her is she got she went to the hospital with a double kidney infection. I know that she had missed some months of reporting during that period of time. Likely she was aware that there was obviously some problem with probation as far as that goes, but she had not completed her classes or paid anything but the most minimal amounts on her fines during that period of time. I can continue, Your Honor, to talk about what her intentions are with that, but I just want to leave if the court has any questions.
All right. Probation, has she done anything?
Okay.
All right. Is there something you would like to say? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Starlin Rodriguez.
All right, what have you done on probation?
Well, I it wasn't on with probation. When I was on house arrest prior, I did a parenting and drug class and I had sent her those certificates, but she said that they didn't qualify because they weren't through Bexar County.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to redo them as far as that goes.
So here's my question. And I want you to listen to my question
Yes, ma'am.
very carefully. What have you done on probation?
I was reporting regularly, doing my UAs, and I was making my payments.
All right, so if I call probation, are they gonna say that you were reporting regularly and that you were doing your EUAs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
But it's important to, as I mentioned to the court, you need to explain what I just talked about with your kidney infection. If you
Yes.
missed the months of reporting, and you do admit that to the court.
Mhm. Yes, I had gotten a really bad double kidney infection. At the time, I didn't know it was a kidney infection, and I thought I was just really sick. And it just got so bad. I was rushed to the hospital, and there I ended up finding out I had a double kidney infection. I was in there for a while. And then. even
what does that
when-
mean in there for a while? And you need to slow down.
I was in there for about 2 weeks, and then even when I got out, they had me on medication, but I was still very sick.
So here's my question. Did you do your parenting classes while on probation?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Did you get employment while you were on probation?
I had employment, but she wanted the proof, I guess, and they wouldn't give me my paperwork because of considering where I worked at.
And where did you work?
I was working at Sugars, and they wouldn't give me any documents, so therefore that's where that came in. I had with trouble giving her paperwork as far as that goes.
All right, at Sugars, I know they maybe give you tips, but do you get a W-2 form?
No, we get 1044.
All right, did you turn that in
No,
to your
I had,
probation officer?
no, ma'am.
Okay, why didn't you turn that into probation?
It's my first time doing, as far as, 1044s or something like that. Oh, the 1099s. So I don't know how.
Well, I mean, they have to give you the document. Did they not give you a 1099?
Give me no paperwork.
So how are they expecting you to file your taxes?
All I did when I went in there was, see, like I said, I don't know nothing about the 1099s. I just went in there, they signed up paperwork, they didn't give me nothing back, and that was it. I had asked them, as far as my probation goes, if I could have paperwork for that, and they still didn't want to give me any type of documentation, only that little tab, in and out card. That was it.
Any other questions?
Nothing from defense, Judge.
State any questions? Probation?
Ms. Rodriguez. She reported March, April, May, and May 25th was her last reporting date. There was she presented $90 toward her fees. There was a negative result for her year analysis in March of 2023. She failed to submit in April, and in May, it was diluted. I don't have on record and file or anything of any classes being taken.
All right, so you've been missing for 7 months. You said you were in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've been missing for 7 months. And I'll give you a full month of hospital. I'll give you full month, I'll give you 2 months for recovery. But then that means you're still missing for 5 months.
Yes, well, I had knew that I was pretty sure she had already gave me the warrant. I did call a bond company. They did say I had my warrant. I got scared. I wasn't ready to come back to jail. That's why I missed for those months.
Where are your children?
My mom has him.
And does she have legal custody of them or they're just staying there?
No, she has legal custody of him.
All right. Anything else from either side?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. Carly, way behind on this, but
Mhm.
we're gonna TIC the new number one as part of the agreement today.
All right, and what's that cost number?
That cost number is 7CC721103.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. And I don't think she has much of a criminal history, correct?
No, Your Honor, she does not.
All right, the court is going to find violation of condition number 1 true Court will take in consideration 721103. Court will find you guilty. Court is going to revoke. Court is going to sentence you to 180 days in the Bear County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. Let's see. There's to be no contact. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Nothing further, Judge.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation anymore. All right? So whatever is going on in your life, you're going to have to depend on yourself to straighten that out. You're going to have to be better for your children because otherwise you're not 100% going to be in your children's life. I know your mother has legal custody of them, but sometimes I think parents, because I've represented moms before, they still want to have some sort of contact with their children. So if you want to do that, you're going to have to be a better person. And don't get out of the jail and then run to your mother's house and act like you're going to be in charge of your children because you haven't been, and they're abiding by her rules. You understand?
So, yes, ma'am.
And I can't force you not to have any more children, but what I can tell you is right now where you are in life, you shouldn't have a child until you get yourself together. Sometimes you have to work on yourself. And I will tell you this, everybody, including your attorney, the prosecutor, before they got into a relationship or decided to have children, they had to work on themselves because you don't want to go into a relationship or bring children into a relationship or anyone else in your life until you know who you are as a person and know what you wanted as a person. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge.